Well, good afternoon or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Alexandra Palace. If you're returning to rejoin us after the thriller that was the NIHL 2 South final, as the Basingstoke Buffaloes skated away 3-2 winners over the Haringey Huskies. But now it's on to the Britain Division NIHL 1 South as the Solent Devils and the Chelmsford Chieftains go to war to see who is the playoff champion of the South. We're going to run you down through the team list right now, and we're going to start with the assigned away team, the Chelmsford Chieftains. So, wearing number 3, we have TJ Fillery. Number 5, Ben Russell. 8, Cam Bartlett. 9, Grant Bartlett. 11, Alexander Maltsev. 13, Tommy Huggett. 14, Holden Barnes Garner. 19, Lee Jamison. 22, Alan Lack. 24, Ollie Bulldog. 31, Dominic Ray. 33, Jordan Lauday. 43, Ethan Reed. 47, Daniel Fay. 49, Logan Prince. 67, Damon Porter. 71, Jay King. 74, Eden Rolfe. And 93, David Hitchings. At the other end of the ice, icing for the Solent Devils, we have at number 2, Christian Necrosophicius. Number 5, Mark Pitts. 6, Connor Hutchison. 8, Alex Cole. 17, Liam Coleman. 18, Harry Cloutman. 22, Charlie Wedge. 23, Drew Campbell, who makes his final appearance in NIHL 1 South. Can he go out with a bang in the final here? 24, Scott Cooper. 41, Mason Wild. 44, Callum Parella Fox. 50, Rory Martin Edwards. 51, Jack Peacock. 61, Ryan Sutton. 73, Alex Murray. 77, Luke Forsyth. 82, Joe Llewellyn. 83, Steve Osman. 92, Aaron Taylor. And 96, Kane Russell. And I've just been joined by my broadcast colleague for this game as the Solent Devils take to the ice. Ben, it is a sea of noise around us. Drums to the left of us, drums to the right of us, and here I am stuck in the middle with you.
Pom-poms here as well, yeah. to steal the wheel from that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alexandra Palace. 8 months, 8 teams, 28 fixtures per team, 4 quarter-finals, 2 semi-finals. It comes down to this. Solent Devils, Chelmsford Chieftains, the Britain Playoff Final 2024.
28 games, 4 quarter-finals, 2 semi-finals, and then a partridge in a pear tree.
It's months till Christmas, but we'll take a partridge in a pear tree. I'd rather take a trophy for Chelmsford tonight. Of course, I'm going to do my very best to keep this as neutral as possible. But as everyone that may listen to me on Zero Post Givers know, I am a Chelmsford fan. And here they come, making their way to the ice and through what has been designated the away bench. There was a little bit of back and forth before the game before the warm-ups even started, as to which team would take which bench. But this is how it's setting up. Chelmsford will be going left to right in the first and in the third, with the Devils going right to left in those same periods.
Well, mate, I'm going to say this to you now, as Anthony Russell said to me in Joe's Cuts last year when we called a final between our 2 respective teams, the Solent Devils and the Stratton Redhawks. He told us he wanted us to be more Homer than a member of the Simpson family. And if you want to be Homer for the Chelmsford Chieftains today, you go ahead live on the air. Anyway, got a few stories obviously heading into this game. We love our stories, as we have come up with over this weekend, especially earlier with the Basingstoke Buffalo. Of course, Solent today, it's the last game for Drew Campbell. He brings down the curtain on his career, and hopefully he's hoping to go out with a trophy here in the playoff final. But of course, at the other end of the ice, it's been 5 years since the Chelmsford Chieftains last won a trophy. The last chance they had last year in the cup final, falling short against Invicta. But interestingly, as you told me in the break, the last time Chelmsford won a trophy, it was over the Solent Devils in a playoff final.
It was the South 2 playoff final back in 2019, and the Chieftains also beat Slough by 9-3 in the semi-final that year as well. So there is omens all over the place as the Chieftains take to the blue line here.
We have seen lightning already strike played twice a couple of times this weekend with the first seeds both eliminated. Our referees for this game are going to be Mr. Davies, Mr. Thrower, and Mr. McCracken. Mr. Thrower, who had in the eyes of many Slough fans yesterday, had a very controversial outing in that 9-2 drubbing by the Chieftains.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think from what I've spoken to a few Slough fans today, they're looking inwards as much as anything. You know, they lost their discipline. You can always point a finger at the officials, but there were certain players in that Slough roster that if they would have kept their heads, could have kept it a little bit tighter. But that is a young side that Lucas Smith is putting together. They've got plenty of time. This is his experience for them, getting to the semi-final, being in this neutral venue for a one-game shootout. It's only going to do them good in the future. They'll know what it's like the next time they come here, and believe me, they will be back here at some point.
Yeah, but I think the cyclical nature of hockey means that we may be seeing possibly the end of the Stretton dominance in the coming season, and we may be seeing the birth of Chelmsford versus Slough becoming the new rivalry that replaces Stretton versus Solent at the top of the table. But this afternoon, Alex Murray, yesterday, he got the monkey off his back. He slew that Stretton monster in the playoff semi-final, and as you said when you interviewed him earlier, he thinks he's beaten Stretton. Who else is there that can stop him? Yeah,
absolutely. All the Solent players that I spoke to today, eyes are glazed, they're in the zone. It's almost like they've drunk the Kool-Aid. Alex Murray has brought out the bucket of the red steaming liquid. They've all had a sip and they're all believing as we pause for the national anthem. Beautifully observed, God Save the King, in the Alexandra Palace. If we're looking for any more sort of royal connections, of course, Prince and King on the lineup for the Chieftains tonight.
Yeah, who we actually missed yesterday. Prince and King both ending up in the penalty at the same time.
Yeah, the royal penalty box.
The royal penalty box.
Of course, you mentioned earlier Drew Campbell making his bow today. Scott Cooper also making his bow for the Solent Devils today. So regardless of the result at the end, we can expect a full guard of honour from both players.
It's becoming a bit of a, well, I guess maybe unwanted tradition for the Devils that they seem to see players bowing out in playoff finals over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, 5 I think last season after the playoff final defeat to Stretton.
Yep, a big reason why a lot of pundits predicted that they wouldn't really reach the heights that they had last season this year. But of course, as is always the case, what's on paper doesn't matter when it's out on the ice, and of course the Devils have made their way all the way here to the final.
And they've struggled to keep a consistent roster every single week that they've played, struggling to get the same players available week in, week out. Alex Cole and Alex Murray both put that down to where they're finished in the league. Of course, a little lower than they would have liked and lower than they did over the last couple of seasons. But making this showpiece event for the second year in a row, of course, the hurt of losing last year will, I'm sure, be quite fresh.
Well, I think last year, I have to put a lot of last year down to the fact that the night before against Invictica, that comeback win from behind in overtime, it took a lot out of them to do it. And I just don't think they had too much in the tank the next day.
We saw in the last period last night, because the Chelmsford Chieftains have got themselves sort of so far ahead of the Slough Jets, that they took their foot off the gas in the third period, preserving energy, whereas the Solent Devils Not only was it a physical encounter for the full 60 minutes, but a mental one for them to adapt to everything that Streatham was doing.
We will
no one
see.
wants to take the opening base on.
Sorry. I'm going to hand you all off to Ben, who's going to take the lead on this one.
The puck is down and a hold at the draw between Mark Pitts and Alan Lack as the puck bounces up towards the Chieftains' defensive zone. Cleaned round by Jay King, but picked up by Liam Coleman, and he's thrust into the boards by Alan Lack. Alan Lack already looks like he's massively up for this.
Well, already, I think Kane Russell got pancaked by Lee Jameson over on the boards on the far side on the build-up to that.
I think the physicality to this game is going to show a massive part of it, and it's going to be, can they keep that physical legal to stop the power plays from coming, because both these teams are quite dangerous on the power play.
Well, if there's one thing Alan Lack especially loves doing, it's love sending a physical message.
Cameron Bartlett takes on the turn in the neutral zone. He finds Alan Lack, and it's a chance, but Aaron Taylor gets to cover it up, and the rebound is blocked and up and over the net, and Alex Murray can bring it away.
Brilliant work there by Aaron Taylor. Brilliant positioning, just covering it off, making sure that he didn't have the angle. Murray now, puck battling in the corner with Lack.
Yeah, he dumped one up towards Lauday looking for the rebound, but it didn't come all the way back to him. As Oliver Bulldog puts through Grant Bartlett one-on-one, and Aaron Taylor has been beaten! And 58 seconds into the opening period, the Chelmsford Chieftains have sent a message that this is our year!
Unfortunate turnover, releases Cam Bartlett, and he just has to slot it past Aaron Taylor.
What a lightning start we've had from the Chelmsford Chieftains here. Grant Bartlett with his 5th goal of the weekend.
Grant Bartlett.
This is where Alistair comes over and says it was Cam.
Yeah. Well, no, this is why whenever I do the Streatham Twitter updates, I just go Bartlett. I never define which one unless it's necessary.
A foot race between Wild and Porter as the puck ends up behind the Solent net. Lackey is blocked off there by Holden Barnes-Garner, and Bulldog keeps it in the offensive zone, but now it has bounced out. It's turned over in centre ice though, and Barnes-Garner feeds it back to Dan Hitchings. Ben Russell brings the puck away now. Park up the centre, but Barnes-Garner got a touch. There'll be no icing. Wild looks to clear. Dan Fay takes it across the blue line. It stayed in the offensive zone, but Sutton brings it away through the neutral zone, cross the blue line to Steve Osman. He's blocked off by Ollie Bulldog. He flicks it over to the left to Damon Porter, through the centre to Holden Barnes-Garner, but Mason Wild gets it clear.
And it's a case of role reversal today, because the Devils are down early. Yesterday they were the team that went up early.
Yes, they were. So it's going to be how they react to going behind. They haven't been behind at any point this weekend.
Now Christian Necrosevicius tries to get it clear, but he loses out.
Thanks for the breather on that one. And
yeah,
anytime he gets the puck, I might just stay quiet. Tommy Huggett down in the corner. Dan Lackey trying to face him up. Huggett gets it across, and Taylor saves it at the near post. Cloutman now trying to bring it out down the right. Tommy Huggett puts body between puck and Cloutman. Little tickle on the boards there as Fillery chases down Dan Lackey, but he's able to turn clear with the puck and look for Hutchinson, but he's not found in centre ice. Lee Jameson takes the puck back, and him and Ethan Reid will try to bring, but a mistake from Ethan Reid. The puck has left the offensive zone though. Sasha Maltsev in on Scott Cooper.
Scott Cooper not really able to get a good position there on the puck to try and turn and put it in down on the net, as Lee Jameson now will back down behind the red line and look for the outlet.
Yeah, you can see the Chieftains players look all making their crossover moves from behind the goal, trying to fool the Solent Devils as to who's going where, as Ethan Reid brings it across the neutral zone into the blue line. Alan Lack is central looking for the pass. It doesn't come, it's blocked out, and the Solent Devil break away with Kane Russell. He's got 2 over, but his shot was blocked by Lorde. Alex Cole picks it up in the slot, and it's off the iron and into the netting behind the goal. What a chance for the Solent Devils.
Beautiful move here, beautiful rush started by Kane Russell down the wing, and then Alex Cole doing the hard work at the back end, getting on that rebound, finding the position. Plenty of places in the slot, but he just can't put the final position on the puck to get it in the net.
Just been informed by our producer team, we've got 250 people on the stream with us now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wow, no pressure.
The puck is coming down centre ice, cleared by Ben Russell, but picked up on the blue line by the Solent D-men as Kane Russell rims it round the offensive zone. Hitchens looks to get it out. He's got Coleman for company. Ben Russell now down the right. A flick inside by Cameron Bartlett. Picked up by Liam Coleman. Knocked forward as the Devils will change their defensive line. Russell out to Lack. He gets the touch. Unable to keep possession. Dan Hitchens knocks it out. The puck is loose at centre ice. Liam Coleman picks it up. But the Chieftains crowd him out. 4-on-1 there. If he could have got the puck out, there was space. Big hit from Perella Fox. Almost looks like he actually missed Grant Bartlett and ended up on the floor.
I think he did a little bit, because I think based on the angle there, I think Bartlett will be down on the
Great
ice.
win by Bulldog. Bartlett possibly offside, but he's got round, and a good save by Taylor.
I think Solent are lucky to have not come away with a penalty there. Did look like Bartlett got a little bit spun out from a stick on that move.
Yeah, you saw a slight slash after the shot from Bartlett, perhaps trying to sort of make sure, you know, this is my dance space, that's your dance space. But I didn't think we'd be putting dirty dancing lines out on this stream. Little bit of nickel back on the sound system there for Chieftains Canadian import and Drew Campbell, of course.
Mason Wild losing an edge there, but the Devils able to get it clear, obviously, the icing call.
Yeah, first icing call of the game. 15-15 left in the first period. The Chieftains taking that early lead in the first 60 seconds with the goal from Grant Bartlett. Bulldog wins the draw from Steve Osmond. Jay King just about keeps it in the zone, and the shot from Barnes Garner is deflected wide. Damon Porter with Perella Fox behind the goal. He manages to poke it out, and Steve Osmond will get control of the puck. Ryan Sutton, excuse me. Wild releases to Perella Fox. And the Devils look to make a play, but it's deflected on the way out. Porter's offside, he has to get back. Now they can put the forecheck on as Dan Lackey brings the puck behind the goal. Looks for Mason Wild. Can't get control, so he rims it back round to Perella Fox. Really, really good forecheck by the Chieftains, pushing very high on their opponents. Bulldog wins it in the defensive zone, and we've got a 4-on-2 with Lee Jameson and Damon Porter, and it's deflected up and over into the safety netting.
Right now, the Devils really need to work on these turnovers. They need to stop just giving up cheap possession to the Chieftains and forcing these 4-on-2, 3-on-2 man advantages against them.
The Chieftains are finding themselves doing both parts of the game very well, attacking and defending, both on the front foot. Campbell loses the puck to Fillery. Can't quite find Maltsev, but he gets it on a turnover. Dan Fay gets it behind the goal. It just bobbles towards the crease, but no Chieftains player in front of the goal to take it up. As Tommy Huggett locks it long. I think there was a touch. Yep. No, there was no touch. Icing is called.
So this will be a welcome breather for the Devils. They've spent quite a few minutes here in their own end, so they'll enjoy a little bit of an opportunity to get some offense in.
The line coming out for the Chieftains is Fillery, Huggett, Bartlett, Reed, Maltsev and Fay. Alex Cole, Alex Murray, Kane Russell and Liam Coleman out there with Callum Perella-Fox for the Devils. Russell gets it across. The cross-eyes shot there from Liam Coleman into the breadbasket for Jordan Lorday. And we'll have another offensive face-off for the Devils.
Not enough traffic on there to really challenge Jordan Lorday. He had that scouted all day, but good chance there. Get the face-off, draw the save.
It's Pitts and Alan Lack in the face-off. Draw goes behind Alan Lack, but Ben Russell clears round the boards. And a nice touch from Grant Bartlett as he tries to get round Liam Coleman, but the Devils bring the puck out. Kane Russell now down the left-hand side. We know he's dangerous from there. Found the top corner against Streatham from there yesterday.
And in the match winner yesterday, Kane Russell. Can he look to do something special again today?
The Devils holding the puck behind their own line. A hit on Alex Murray there from Grant Bartlett. As Alan Lack wins the puck along the blue line, taken over by Cameron Bartlett. Really good save from Taylor, quite high on the chest. Ben Russell flicks one in. There's traffic in the goal. Taylor's on his backside, but Mark Pitts gets a hold of the puck, tries to sweep it round, but Grant Bartlett takes it into the right circle. It's deflected into the crease. Alan Lack can't get there, but Dan Hitchens managed to clean up in neutral ice. Flicks the puck back in from Cameron Bartlett, but everyone was making their way back from an offside position.
That gives me flashbacks to my days in Basingstoke. Alan Lack I used to love watching him just hang the crease, looking for those garbage sweep-ins.
Offside call there against Dan Lackey, who wasn't here yesterday. He's flown back from a business trip to play today.
Welcome reinforcements for the Devils, the big former Bison forward.
It's Ollie Baldock and Steve Osman on the face-off from the blue line. The Devils win, but they dump the puck into the offensive zone and Lee Jameson can pick it up.
Ollie Baldock there.
Oh, Mason Wild didn't quite catch it there. Goes all the way back to Taylor, and the forecheck from Porter means we'll have an offensive face-off for the Chieftains.
Just off the play there, Ollie Baldock almost took out Mr. Thrower.
Accidental, I'm sure. Baldock wins the draw there. Jay King down the right. It's into Holden Barnes-Garner and a save by Taylor with the snapshot from the slot. The puck is still just out of the offensive zone now and into the neutral. Damon Porter right on the blue line. Now offside, have to come back. Jameson pings it to Porter, who has returned. Barnes-Garner now takes that to the right. Back hard to Baldock, into Porter. He almost wasn't expecting it. The top 3 point scorers as a combination for the Chieftains, nearly combining for what would have been a beautiful playoff final goal.
And Lackey there forcing the save out of Jordan Lorday on the return. Again, get the offensive face-off, but more importantly, get it 200 foot down the other way on the other end of the rink.
Yeah, get those tired leg D-man back onto the bench. Get your forward lines out. Scott Cooper wins the draw from Tommy Huggett. Tommy Huggett, excuse me. Iced by the Chieftains as Chris Necro-Savicius chased it back.
I'm so glad Joe Scutts is my mate, because when he rocked up at Streatham and I had to do the Twitter update, he helped me with the pronunciation on that one.
He has sent me a phonetic explanation of Necro-Savicius. Cleared out by Jordan Lorday there from the crease. Logan Prince makes sure that the Devils have to go back and rebuild, and then a hit on Necro-Savicius. Bouncing puck towards Jordan Lorday, but he gets everything behind it.
And that was a good opportunity from Peacock there in the slot, but the Devils really need to find something a bit more than these just long-range loop-ins. I know they're getting the face-offs out of them, but they need to get settled in the zone. That's something the Chieftains are not letting them do. They are really harrying the puck carrier. They're making a wall of gold whenever they're along the board so that they can't find those men in the centre lanes.
No, it's a completely different game plan for Solent today than it was against Streatham yesterday. And at the moment, they can't quite figure out the best route to take.
Well, it's two teams that play very small rink hockey. And it right now is really, that style is favouring the Chieftains over the Devils.
Yeah, in all honesty, just at a quick glance, I would say the ice is pretty identical in size to the Riverside in Chelmsford.
Really identical in size to the Gosport rink, but of course there's not really another rink in UK hockey like the Gosport rink.
There is not. There's a car parking space where I've put my mum's Fiat 500, which is about the same size as Gosport's ice rink. The puck is in the Devils' D zone. They squeeze it out to Liam Coleman, who takes it into the offensive zone. Tries the left-sided shot. Jordan Lauday pads away as Cameron Bartlett gets the puck away for the Chieftains, but Alex Cole will collect in the D zone. Please excuse me if I do sound drunk. I haven't had a drink, but the slight delay in my headphones is causing me to sound a little bit slurry.
Yeah, it's the same for me. We're basically hearing ourselves talk back at ourselves, and it's causing a bit of a filtration delay in our brains.
Yes, yeah. No beer has been taken, we promise. A touch from Cameron Bartlett, but it's blocked by Mason Wild. Osman picks it up, and he finds Dan Lackey down the right-hand side. No one in the middle for him, so he tries round the back, but Ryan Sutton picks up the loose puck. Cameron Bartlett does the dirty work. A good catch by Grant Bartlett and a big hit in there from Perella Fox. Adam Lack's all alone. He has a go. Blocker saved by Scott Taylor. Grant Bartlett heads back to the box in a little bit of pain.
He does not. He has returned to the box and is bent over at the bench. He doesn't look comfortable. And he's now being checked out by the physio.
Maybe a slight collision on his hand as he released the puck. Jay Kings missed the puck at the blue line, but it was managed to be tipped away by Ollie Bulldog. Dan Lackey picks it up in centre ice with a turnover. Digs round one, and his shot is into the glass behind the goal.
Well, he took the initial contact, and then there was kind of a follow-on contact with Osman as well. And I don't know whether one or both has done something, but he really doesn't look comfortable right now.
No. Jay King gets the puck out to Halden Barnes-Garner. Down the right to Ollie Bulldog. It's ended up behind the goal. Damon Porter is chasing down Cloutman. Bulldog's got it! And a chance in there for Halden Barnes-Garner, but he didn't quite get hold of it. And the break is on now for the Devils. They're 2-on-2, now 3-on-3. Gordon Lauday gets a stick to it, and Lee Jameson brings it away with consummate class and ease. He goes ahead of Halden Barnes-Garner, but Chris Necrosavicius gets the challenge in there as Hutchinson's on his own. Big hit from Dan Fay. No real help for Hutchinson there, but he managed to do what he was supposed to do in holding the puck up. Dan Fay kicks it out, but there is a Devils player in there. And I think we've got a penalty to the Devils. I think there's a too many men penalty.
Well, the puck. Yes, the face-off's going to be down in the Devils' end, so definitely would indicate the Devils have a penalty coming.
And it's Forsyth that's drawn the short straw. It might be easier hearing myself back late if I do have a beer.
Yeah. And Dan Fay is heading to the locker room.
Yeah, slowly followed by Gemma Pemberton on her crutches.
Good news is, from a Chieftains perspective, is
they're on the power play.
Well, not just that, both Bartletts are back out there.
It's Jameson at the blue line looking for option. And it's snuck in there by Grant Bartlett, but Porter couldn't get there. Pitts lobs it up, and the Devils will change their line. Lee Jameson behind the goal with the puck. Damon Porter tucks it back to him. And we come forward with Grant Bartlett on the right-hand side. He digs inside, looks for a shot, and a blocker save by Taylor. Damon Porter now with the puck behind the goal. He's got it through the crease. It's come back to Lee Jameson. He shifts it to the left to Cameron Bartlett. Taylor and Lacker making contact within the crease. The Solent Devils fans are incensed. Grant Bartlett with the slap. It's blocked at the shins of Alex Cole.
That has to hurt.
Alex Murray gets it away, and it's flicked up just behind the Chieftains' goal, and the Devils change their line again.
Dan Fay now returning to the Chieftains bench. So obviously whatever he was in discomfort over.
Porter, glove save, right in the top corner there from Aaron Taylor, continuing his form from yesterday's game against Streatham.
Great form so far from Taylor, but he's going to have to adapt. He's going to have to figure out a way to work with the fact that Alan Lack's going to be in his crease all evening.
Yeah, he is certainly going to have company. He's not going to be alone at any point.
Like I said, it's in that crease. It's Alan Lack's favourite hunting ground. He gets so many of his goals from 2 foot out on rebounds in that crease area.
Jay King with the one-timer deflected by Mark Pitts. Callum Perella Fox gets it out, and Mark Pitts completes the clearance. 25 seconds remaining in the power play and 6 minutes remaining in the first period. Jay King brings it away. Looking ahead, he's actually not got much support, so he goes on his own, and it's flicked out in the crease, bounced off the boards, back towards the Chieftains' net for the final 5 seconds of the power play. Jay King, cross ice, touched off by Ollie Baldock, taken on by Sasha Maltsev, cuts it back to Ethan Reid, into Ollie Baldock, just over with the shot from the slot. Sasha Maltsev in behind the goal with Callum Perella Fox. Ollie Baldock back there for support as well. Lovely fake from Maltsev there with the backhanded pass. Shot in from King, but picked out by Lackey.
And the too many men penalty has expired. The Devils are back to strength as Perella Fox tried to get it down the wing, but it'll end up behind the Chieftains net where Reid will get set up.
A lot of the players, as I said earlier, forcing their crossovers across the ice when the puck's back. Bit of a mistake there from Ben Russell as he lost control of the puck as it bounced off the backboards. Steve Osman now on his own down the left-hand side, tucks it into the crease, and Dan Lackey's shot is pad saved by Jordan Lauday. The Devils keep the puck in the offensive zone with Ryan Sutton behind the goal. He's left it for Steve Osman. He's tucked it back towards Harry Cloutman. He dinks it in. It's saved, pad saved by Lauday, just in his crease. Managed to get it off to the right. Lackey there. Osman now brings the puck up the right-hand side, keeping it in the offensive zone for the Devils. It's up in the air. It's caught by Huggett. And as the release, Steve Osman comes away with the puck. DJ Fillery and Tommy Huggett doing their best. They're down there. Ethan Reid, Ben Russell even putting his body down on the line to block the puck. As Reid challenges Russell when the puck gets back into the neutral zone with Necrosibicius. Cloutman off to Dan Lackey. The reverse to Steve Osman is read by Tommy Huggett, and they dump it in to change lines. Ben Russell with the puck behind the Chieftains' net as they look to rebuild from their own D.
It was a good solid 2 minutes of offence there from the Devils, but they couldn't convert.
Touch at the blue line, so no icing called there as Cameron Bartlett goes onto the boards with Alex Cole. Alan Lack picks the puck up just to the left-hand side behind the goal. Digging now into the boards as Lack holds the puck there, but the Devils do bring it away with Liam Coleman. He looks ahead, it's come off the backside of Mark Pitts, but he's retained control.
Pitts, however, is forced wider and wider until he meets the boards, and his
Grant Bartlett read that rim perfectly. Tucks it back to Cam Bartlett. Cross eyes to Dan Hitchings. Nosebleed incoming for Dan Hitchings. Devils get it out of their own zone, and Liam Coleman has a go. Dan Fade looking to get arms around him, but Cameron Bartlett comes across to take the puck off of his toes. Coleman hit into the boards by Dan Fay. Alan Lack takes a little slip. It's a chance for Mark Pitts. Glove saved by Lauday and cleared on the rebound by Dan Fay.
And Coleman was there just inches away from being able to get on that puck and maybe just slide it around Lauday on that rebound, but it was intercepted and cleared.
Necrosibicius' clearance Manages to find Liam Coleman, who tries to knock it off towards Cloutman, but it's cleared. Great hit on the boards there by Grant Bartlett as he makes his ways back to the bench. But we're going to get a penalty here.
Too many men.
Yep, Chieftains getting a too many men penalty. And
now
it's Eden Rolfe that's going to take the seat in the box.
Of course, now we get to see the Devils power play for the time this evening.
Yeah, power play that the stats don't really tell the full story of. They're so well drilled and they've got their certain set plays that they do when they're on the power play. But Chris is here with the stats.
Yep, powered by our good friend Joe Scutts at NIHL Stats.
Scuttsy!
Yeah. So of course, power play on the season for the Devils was 22.93, and the Chieftains PK this year though was 80.21.
Probably the lowest in the top four, I would imagine.
He don't have the top four to hand, so.
Cloutman with the shot from the slot. Pad save by Lauday. And the rebound is dug out by Barnes Garner. He's got two for company as he tries to get it clear. Ben Russell now fighting on the boards with Mark Pitts. Sutton picks the puck up behind the goal. Lee Jameson makes sure he goes no further. We could have another penalty here.
We go 4-on-4. There's an elbowing or high stick.
It's Forsyth that's going to make his way to the box, I think.
So we're going to go back to 4-on-4, even strength, and then in about 1 minute 25.
High sticks is the call for Forsyth. He's not happy about it. He's remonstrating with thrower. But we will have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Chieftains.
Oh, the Devils really did look to be in the ascendancy there with that forward, with that power play, but they've been forced back into their own end now with that high stick call. I didn't see it personally, did you?
No, not personally, no. I mean, when he was down on the boards here, possibly, but Porter with the shots deflected up into the netting. We said a minute and 21 remaining of the Chieftains too many men penalty and a minute and 57 remaining of the Solent Devils penalty, but just a minute and 40 remaining in the period. So 17 seconds of power play for the Chieftains when we come back for the second. Providing, of course, nothing changes in the score.
So glad one of us was able to work that out, because I was struggling.
Collected by Jay King, but intercepted by Mark Pitts as they force a turnover on the blue line. But Lee Jameson brings the puck out, leaves it back for Jay King. Forecheck quite high from the Devils here in the 4-on-4. Ollie Baldock will bring it away down the right. Tucks it into Damon Porter, digs inside and finds Baldock as he crosses the blue line. He gets a little across to Lee Jameson in the left circle to Jay King. It's a save and it's in! It's Damon Porter! The Chieftains' top goal scorer in the league picks up the rebound in the crease as Jay King's shot ricochets off of the blocker of Aaron Taylor. Damon Porter is there and it is Chelmsford Chieftains 2, Solent Devils 0.
You just got to pick up the garbage, dig away, and that's exactly what Damon Porter does around the net. There was a Devils player trying to dive in and stop it happening. It got through Aaron Taylor somehow, sitting there in the blue paint, ready to be swept in, and that's exactly what's happened here.
Calm down, the message from Lewis Clifford to all the boys on the bench, as we will now, of course, have a power play for Solent for the remaining 39 seconds of the too many men bench penalty.
Although Luke Forsyth is still in the box.
He is.
I believe the goal's been waved off.
It has.
No, wait.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Please excuse our confusion.
Sorry.
We remain at 4-on-4, but it is 2-0.
Stream scoreboard says 2-0. Scoreboard in the ring says 1-0, but Lauren, our producer, is telling us because it was at 4-on-4, so as it's even-handed. Osmond now will look for a way out.
I think Lee Jameson now the best point-scoring D-man in the playoff series. Eden Rolfe exits the box, nearly getting touched by the puck, which would have forced the too many men penalty again.
You get a too many men, and you get a too many men penalty. Too many men penalties for everyone.
Grant Bartlett on the right-hand side from the circle. Oh, Alan Lacker's caught that on the back of his ankle. Just as the buzzer goes, the Chieftains captain took a slap shot from his assistant captain, and he will be feeling that one.
He will definitely does look like he's feeling it, limping away. Poor Alan Lackett. It does seem like he's always in the wars.
Well, as Lewis Clifford said to me, actually, not on film, but off film, that Alan Lack's work rate is he comes back to the bench like he's just done a tour in Afghanistan, and 40 seconds later, he's ready to go again.
He does already look like he's ready to go again. But the Chieftains and Lewis Clifford, and I'm going to employ my, I guess it's my catchphrase at this point for today, the 2-0 lead. He's got to make a decision going into the next period. Go all out or sit back, try and hold on. And based on what we saw yesterday and then that 9-2 win, I don't think he'll be holding back. I definitely think he thinks he'll have the weaponry to do that with this roster.
Yeah, we seem to be nullifying all of the... I went on the bias drink. The Chieftains seem to be nullifying all of the attacking lanes that the Solent Devils
he's gone full Homer, everyone.
But they've not really offered anything offensively. We saw yesterday how important Kane Russell is, especially when you get him down the left and he can snipe that shot across, either for a goal or a rebound. But he's not been able to take that lane.
No, I mean, I think the difference is this Chieftains team is playing a very, very, very physical game. It's like I said, there's a wall of gold every time the Devils try to get it forward, and then they're just not finding a way to find gaps in the wall to try and get through.
No, absolutely not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the first period. We have a massive audience joining us on the stream, adding to the large crowd we have here today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in just over 13 minutes' time for the second period of the Britain Playoff Final. It is Chelmsford Chieftains 2, Solent Devils 0. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alexandra Palace, the final of the Britain Division playoffs. The Solent Devils are now back out on the ice, and this crowd has actually built slightly since the start of the game.
It seems like Alexandra Palace is definitely the place to be this weekend in the NIHL structure, if you're in the south, of course.
Yeah, in the north, I think we understand that the Billingham Buccaneers took the North 2 title earlier on a shootout over the Telford Tigers.
I believe so.
So it could be a lot of trophies in Billingham today.
Oh, success for Billingham Buccaneers, I believe, in their first season as well.
It is, yeah. The Billingham Stars, of course, facing the Blackburn Hawks in the North 2 final, before the Billingham Stars will face the might of the Streatham Redhawks at Coventry in 2 weeks' time.
And I'd be lying if I didn't say I hope the Hawks do that one, knock the Stars' confidence a little bit heading into that final.
As we head into the second period here, we've still got 16 seconds remaining on the Forsyth penalty for high sticks. Chelmsford Chieftains will be shooting from left to right. Right to left, beg your pardon. I was expecting to be on the other side this week. Left to right for the Devils, right to left for the Chieftains. Lauday and Taylor still in the pipes. The clock has refreshed and taken a second away.
So it'll be 16 seconds of power play time for the Chieftains to start this period.
After the cut on the surface, actually, it looks really smooth. This ice has held up incredibly over the weekend, and it doesn't look to be overly wet. We have seen the puck getting stuck on the surface at the start of the second period across the weekend.
Well, I mean, considering yesterday evening we were wondering whether we were going to continue the rest of the game, well, after the Zamboni broke down, I'm slightly relieved to see that the ice has held up.
Off we go. Mark Pitts and Lack in the early face-off, and Camera Bartlett brings the puck round the neutral zone. Looking for options. It's given one by Jay King, who dumps it into the far corner. Comes with a bit of a straight bounce, actually, as the Devils thought they'd iced the puck, but there must have been a connection there. Oh, they were on the power play, so they couldn't call the icing. Forsyth is now out of the box. We are 5-on-5. The puck just down in front of us here, in front of the benches. Bit of a blind spot for us. Liam Coleman brings it down the right for the Devils. And you'd have to say an early goal in this period will be the exact medicine they need.
Well, something that was sent to me by a little bit of history sent to me.
Oh, Cam Bartlett into the slot. He's asking for a trip. He gets nothing.
There was a stick between his legs. Something that was communicated to me by my friend Joe Scutts at NIHL Stats. One of the last times these two teams met in a playoff final where the Devils did win, the Devils conceded in the first period and went on to win that game.
Ooh, omens everywhere. Kane Russell there doing what we said he hadn't done in the first, working his way down the Solent Devils left, and his snipe across the goal was glove saved by Jordan Lauday. That's
a good getting Kane Russell going in this game, because that's going to be one of the keys to a win here for the Devils.
Sutton and Baldock in the face-off. It's won by the Devils. Mason Wild tips it forward from the blue line, but Ollie Baldock picks it up in the home corner and clears. I think there was a touch there. There was. Barnes Garner chases Wild into the corner, digging it into the boards to get the puck out. Osmond does it, but Baldock picks it up on the turnover, keeps it in the offensive zone, and a deflection in front of the net left Taylor sprawling, but he got his glove up to get a hand on the puck.
Dan Lackey's not happy about something, remonstrating with Mr. McCracken, Mr. Camara.
I think he's saying that the puck crossed the blue line when Ollie Baldock come back. Unfortunately, Baldock was screening the puck from us, but it was incredibly tight.
Bit more system down on the PA for us. Sutton now. Skated it across, gets it
Devils
out to the wing.
Looking to break out there, but three Chieftains players in their defensive zone as it's back with Damon Porter, and it's just over the top and off the glass. Lackey tucks it to the right to Ryan Sutton, who comes forward, but Ollie the Baldock wins it. The puck is now in the neutral zone, and then the pass to Sutton went behind him. Ollie Baldock can clear. Damon Porter down the left-hand side, gets the puck running down the Lords, and Perella Fox picks it up behind the goal, but he's challenged by Damon Porter and then pulls him down. Lackey cross eyes. Ryan Sutton picks it up, knocks it behind the Chieftains net, and Lackey will go down with Ethan Reid as they fight for it, but Damon Porter picks it up. Brilliant cross-eyes pass to Halden Barnes Garner, who's not got much support, but he went for the shot just over the top. And it's Porter just coming in there. I don't think he made connection with the puck.
At the moment there, we're seeing the big difference between these two sides. The Devils, they just can't find the space to connect passes, whereas the Chieftains, every single time, their passes are going tape to tape, stick to stick, and they're finding the guys with space to get the shots away.
Fillery finding Maltsev off the boards. Maltsev through the legs of Forsyth as Necrosavicius is poaching by TJ Fillery, and Tommy Huggett brings the puck forward, and TJ Fillery goes in on the goal. Cloutman forced him wide, and then he couldn't find the angle for the shot. Hutchinson in the neutral zone. One back by Sasha Maltsev, just evades the hit of Cloutman as Hutchinson dumps it over the blue line, and Ethan Reid can bring it out for the Chieftains. Through centre ice to Tommy Huggett, right down the middle. It's off the skate of Fillery, back to Maltsev, off the back boards. TJ Fillery in Gretzky's office, and the puck comes out, and it's a great stick save from the shot from Jay King.
Great bit of active stick work defensively there from Scott Cooper as well in the build-up to that.
The puck right up the other end now, but a hard, fast pass from Jay King to Ethan Reed. His pass to Grant Bartlett is intercepted by Necros Officius, but the Chieftains turning it over again in the neutral zone. Jameson now building from the back. Pitts now in the neutral zone, crosses the blue line. Necros Officius just keeps on side. Coleman's now ahead, but the Chieftains looking to win the puck down on the half boards there, and Tommy Huggett brings it away. Cameron Bartlett opens up space for him. He's poke checked there by Murray, but Cam Bartlett is in and it's off the iron. Coleman brings it away. Kane Russell now down the left for the Solent Devils. He's got Alan Lack down there with him. And the puck is turned over again, and Llewellyn's chasing back, but Cam Bartlett finds Grant Bartlett, and it's just wide. Joe Llewellyn back there still with Alex Murray. They get the puck forward to Liam Coleman, tries to deep round Jay King. This time it's Pitts, takes it into the area. It's Alex Murray, and it's pad save by Jordan Lauday.
The Devils really need to work out a way to get these pucks through, because they're not going to be able to skate through the Chieftains.
That's great work by Cameron Bartlett down the right, taking the puck through, pass one, pass two, and his shot, Grant Bartlett, he didn't quite get hold of it, and Taylor manages to keep hold, occasionally blinding us with the mirror magnetised sticker on his stick.
Devils really need to work out a way to contain this line of Lack, Bartlett and Bartlett. They are generating so many of these turnovers, so many of these break chances, catching the defence unawares on a turnover.
And the experience, as we've said for the Chieftains, that sort of outweighs the experience of a lot of other teams in this league, is that the Bartlett brothers particularly, so talismanic for their side, it will hurt them that they've not won a trophy for Chelmsford in 5 years. So they would, I would imagine, be incredibly up for this. Ooh, a little flick in front of the goal from Porter, but over the top.
You also have to remember, though, it's going to be so talismanic for the Devils to try and send a long-serving player like Drew Campbell out on a high as well.
And considering he's the oldest player in the NIHL structure, he's had a fantastic year for the Solent Devils, scoring one of the goals of the weekend on the quarter-finals weekend. Hitchens brings it away down the right-hand side. Centre ice to Ollie Baldock, who taps it on and chases it. Damon Porter's coming into the centre, but Baldock loses it out on the boards to Mason Wild. Turned over by Damon Porter. Blue line for Dan Hitchens. Baldock back to Barnes Garner. He can't keep control. It's turned over again. And the Chieftains win the puck in the neutral with Ollie Baldock just waiting for Porter to make his exit. Ethan Reed over the blue line on the right hand side, rims it round towards Barnes Garner. Now in behind the goal, but three Solent players there I'm sure can deal with that, as Porter lays a hit on Perella Fox into the boards. Peacock brings it away. He's pretty much on his own as Osman heads back to the box, as does Lackey and Wild. Peacock trying to hold the puck, but he's lost it, and the line change could cost them as TJ Fillery bears down but can't keep control of the puck. Cloutman on the boards with him. Maltsev looking to dig it out, and it is Maltsev that brings it away through the legs of Tommy Huggett. It gets a shot away, but Dan Fay picks it up. TJ Fillery is held in by Callum Perella Fox as Maltsev takes it out, looks at his options, tucks it back into Ethan Reed. Drew Campbell behind the goal there, the aforementioned Drew Campbell, picks up the puck, and the 47-year-old Canadian brings it through his D-zone and knocks it long with a touch from Ethan Reed in the neutral zone as Fay backhands it out. Huggett looks to clear. Necros Avicius knocks it back in, and Ethan Reed will look to get the Chieftains a breather as TJ Fillery again tries to get the puck out. But Forsyth in centre ice finds Necros Avicius, a long distance shot into the glove of Jorday, but he avoids the face-off by dropping to Dan Fay.
And every single time this Devils offense pushes forward, it just gets closed out, gets the puck stripped away and cleared. They come back, but the same thing happens again. And now Grant Bartlett tries to skate it across the blue line, but can't get it there.
Well, the Chieftains are playing so far forward. On the turnover on the blue line there, when Necros Avicius got it, no Chieftains players in the D-zone, and the Chieftains have been called for too many men again. And Lewis Clifford is incensed.
Seems to be the running theme with this game. Too many men.
It's Eden Rolfe again that takes the seat in the penalty box. Huge experience for a young player like Eden Rolfe to be taking part in a playoff final, even if this is his position, fourth line, taking the bench penalties, something that will serve him well for the rest of his career.
Unless you're a talent like a Malik Martelli, it's very unlikely.
And it's deflected in! The Devils have pulled one back. Alex Murray's shot from the blue line was deflected in by Steve Osmond, just in front. Mark Pitts, Mark Pitts, just in front of the goal, has halved the deficit.
Beautifully placed shot there from Alex Murray. Beautiful little tip in on the front, and it puts the Devils back in the game. It's now 2-1.
The key is going to be now how they respond. The Chieftains managed to score quickly yesterday after being scored on. Can they respond in the same way? Pitts and Lack with the face-off. Chelmsford win the draw, and Cam Bartlett tucks the puck into the offensive zone as Murray and Lack go down there together, but it runs all the way out for Grant Bartlett to pick it up in his own defensive zone.
Well, I was about to say at the start of that power play that the Devils have looked quite impressive on the last power play, but they've gone start better.
There's an icing call there, but Alan Lack complaining to the referees about a slash on his hand.
No, I didn't personally see the slash.
Liam Coleman and Alex Murray with the assist for the Mark Pitts goal on the power play.
Now Murray again.
Coleman! His shot saved, glove saved by Jordan Laude.
And momentum definitely here shifting in the favour of the Devils. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for a carbon copy here, because that move looked just like it was something straight out of the training ground.
Picked up by Jay King. Fantastic block on the blue line by Alex Cole. Easily 2 feet in the air, taking the puck in the chest. Jameson flicks it away. Took down by Grant Bartlett. Slap shot from Cam Bartlett, just wide of the near post. He's now in behind the goal. Alex Murray looking to dig the puck out from behind him as they fight on the boards for the puck. It's Grant Bartlett, brings it away with Cam Bartlett. And Murray finally wins out. And between him and Alex Cole, they look to get it away. Kane Russell now, turnover by Alan Lack. Chance to put Grant Bartlett through, but Alex Murray was there with the block. King tries to flick it in, but the Devils have a 3-on-2. It's Kane Russell with the shot across goal. No need for the save from Laude. And Cam Bartlett finds himself in. And it is 3-1 to the Chelmsford Chieftains. They have hit back quickly. The turnover in their defensive zone found Cam Bartlett free. Crossed the blue line. Mono with Aaron Taylor. And it is Chelmsford Chieftains 3, Solent Devils 1.
Kane Russell's chance, bounces out of the corner, gets up the boards, finds Bartlett, and he is away. And it's now back to that 2-goal lead for the Chieftains. Chieftains 3, Devils 1.
And you'll find when Cam and Grant Bartlett get those chances, they do not miss. Chelmsford actually had 6 men on the ice again there. I'm sure if they're trying to get a little advantage.
It seems to be the running theme of the penalties in this game at the moment. Nobody can track who's doing what off the benches.
Incredible off the face-off, as I think Bulldog managed to get it before the puck hit the ice, and it flies above the Chieftains bench and into the safety netting. McCracken with puck in hand, looking to get us underway with 10:24 to go in the second. Thrower still not happy with the face-off lineup. All of this just probably frustrating the Solent Devils as they want to get on with the game.
Looked like, Alan Lack looked to again be in a bit of discomfort down on the Chieftains bench.
Genuine discomfort or Alan Lack discomfort?
I think maybe Alan lacked discomfort, but he was doubled over and he was taking a lot of heavy breaths.
Again, the face-off sort of flies up into the air as Mason Wild is hit from behind by a Bulldog as they fight for the puck on the boards. Porter, Bulldog, Wild and Osman all down there. Porter comes out, there's a trip. We're going to be having a penalty for Chelmsford as Ollie Bulldog is going to make his way to the box. Mason Wild possibly as well.
That's, yes, I think both. I think it's going to be 4-on-4 here. Obviously, Wild's going to be a tripping call. No, holding.
Holding, Bulldog for elbows.
We're going to get 5
and we're going to have
5
on 5.
Now, where are they going to put the face off? Believe it, yeah, it's going to go down to the Chelmsford end.
Believing that the elbow was the first offence then. It's Logan Prince and Ryan Sutton that will face off here in the Chelmsford Chieftains defensive zone. The Devils win the draw. Cloutman tucks it in to Steve Osman. Had a fantastic season with the Devils, Osman, their top point scorer. It's down in the corner now. Osman and Pitts with Russell and Prince. And Osman takes down Logan Prince. The hand goes up and Steve Osman will be making his way to the penalty box. And we will have a 5-on-4 power play.
And that's just a sign of the level of physicality here and being drawn in. You don't want to be baited in like Osman was there.
Something that Logan Prince is very good at, actually. Yeah. Osman and Wild in the penalty box for the Devils. But of course, because Ollie Baldock remains in there for Chelmsford, we are 5-on-4. 9:47 remaining in the second.
That's a player now that's 45 points on the season taken out of the game for the next 2 minutes.
Up in the Solent's defensive zone, it's Grant Bartlett bringing the puck round towards the slot, finding Damon Porter. He sources it back across to Grant Bartlett. Then he takes it as it bounces off the boards. Cameron Bartlett way out there as well, looking to work the angle for the shot. It wasn't really there from there, but they had a go anyway. Jameson on the blue line. He slips, and there's a chance for Mark Pitts. It could be a short-handed goal for the Devils, and Mark Pitts has missed the puck as he's gone in. Fantastic tracking back from Jameson and Grant Bartlett to cause the sort of putting him off, really.
I think Jameson may have just got a bit of a stick in there as well, because Pitts wasn't really able to get settled in for the shot.
Porter goes coast to coast in a matter of seconds, and the Chieftains are back on the attack. Cameron Bartlett on the left-hand side. Jameson waits on the point. Bartlett's shot is blocked by Alex Murray. It ricochets, and Jameson has it now. Damon Porter down the right-hand side, coming into the circle, across, a one-timer from Cam Bartlett, shot from Taylor, but it spills out. Murray picks it up, Jameson reads it, but the Chieftains will have to get out, as they will all be offside. Jameson doing what Jameson does best, slow the pace of the game right down, get everyone calm again, and the Chieftains can rebuild from the back. Here goes Porter with the pace. A loss in footing or a potential trip. Grant Bartlett to the back post, so close. Porter backhands to Bartlett. Murray picks it up. Lack looking to steal the puck there. Really battle hardened down in that corner. And it is Porter that brings the puck away. He fires it back for Lee Jameson. He has a shot, deflected, comes out. Oh, Cam Bartlett had the whole goal to aim at there. But now Osman is back and Pitts could look for him. They've beat the offside track. Steve Osman, shot blocked. Now the Chieftains bring it away. And Grant Bartlett has a chance. And it's saved by Taylor as Murray shows close attention to Grant Bartlett.
But I think Alex Murray's realised that high forecheck needs to be closed off. Man needs to be back there, and he decided to stay back and close off Bartlett.
Lackey managed to get himself ahead of the play, but the Chieftains break with Cam Bartlett, and Taylor again with the stop when the pass inside to Fillery, who may have proved more fruitful as Osman goes coast to coast, and then the puck is off the back of the net. Sutton behind the goal. Dan Lackey now with the puck, looking for support, has the shot, it bounces up into the safety netting, and a bonkers little period there. We'll have a little breather.
I think something Solent really need to look at is trying to get a chance down the middle. They're allowing themselves to be forced out wide here, and that's leading to these shots that are bouncing into the corner, back down the other end, and it's allowing that high forecheck by the Chieftains to get these breakaway chances and catch them wrong-footed on the changes.
Devils win the draw there as Maltsev pokes it away to Fillery. They try to keep it punched away by Dan Fay.
As long as he doesn't hand pass it, it's fine.
No illegal handling of the puck. Forsyth down behind his own goal line. Maltsev tacking away. And Fillery picks it up. But it's a turnover there as Peacock goes through. Blocked by Tommy Huggett. I think he caught the butt of the stick in the face there. Forsyth dumps it up. Took a funny little bounce off the glass there, but Dan Fay able to bring it away. His long pass gets a touch in the middle from TJ Fillery. And we have no icing. Ethan Reid now chasing towards his own goal. Backhands the puck to Tommy Huggett, who backhands it to Holden Barnes-Garner. Maltsev crossed the line. Maltsev is offside. Oh no, he's not. That's a very tight call. As Baldock turns the puck over in the offensive zone and looks for Holden Barnes-Garner. He's missed the puck. He was all on his own. He perhaps had too much time.
I think a combination of too much time, too much space, and he just wasn't really able to get the purchase on it there with the stick.
Really giving us some frantic play in this second period. Scott Cooper rims it round, looking for Jack Peacock, flicks it into Mark Pitts, but Ben Russell reads that brilliantly, and between him and Dan Hitchens, they get the puck to safety. Another beautiful pass into the neutral zone as Barnes-Garner tries to deke round Cloutman, and a turnover in the neutral. Porter caught on his heels as Coleman comes through. Shot goes well wide and bounces off behind the goal. As the Chieftains look to come forward again. Hitchens looks for Barnes-Garner down the line. It's tucked inside. Here comes Ollie Baldock. Inside to Porter, it's just behind him. And the shot there is deflected back. Porter looking to poke in the slot. And now the Chieftains can have a break. But Perella Fox with fantastic poke check there. As the Devils look to change lines. It's not quite on just yet. Either side able to take some full control at the moment in this period. Okay, Russell flicks it back. Mason Wild out from the right circle. His shot is pad saved by Lauday. Devils keeping the Chieftains in their offensive zone. Lee and Coleman in behind the goal with Jay King. Mark Pitts now brings the puck round. Again, the puck in behind the goal. Very attritional forward. Pocky this from the Devils as Cam Bartlett looking to get it away. Grant Bartlett's pass didn't quite find him.
Devils enjoying a lot of possession there, but not really able to make a chance.
Shots now for Grant Bartlett as he gets down to the right with Osman. Lack coming in unmarked, and he's found him in the middle. It's Alan Lack. He goes around the back, looks for Cam Bartlett, and Taylor gets the save. Pitts looks to bring the puck away now with Steve Osman on the chase. Across the captain, Alex Cole, and he dumps it forward, looking for a rebound, but Jameson picks it up from Lauderdale's stick. It's Grant Bartlett down the right hand side. Alan Lack ahead, he's gone offside. Again, the high forecheck from the Chieftains as The Devils look to bring it out with Ryan Sutton down the left-hand side, but he's running to Lee Jameson. Dan Lackey reverses it through the crease. It's back to Mason Wild, and a fantastic pad save by Jordan Lorday.
That's what the Devils are going to have to do to score. They're going to have to
head save from Jordan Lorday as Mason Wild flung in a shot from the left-hand side by the blue line.
That's what the Devils are going to have to do. They're going to have to move Lorday around. They're going to have to make sure he's unsighted. And I think we're just experiencing some technical issues.
I think we seem to be having some audio issues in our ears as well.
Are you hearing the Dalek voice out there?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I am as well.
Yeah, the atmosphere is not the only thing crackling in here.
Unfortunately, the level of noise generated by the supporters in the building is it has an effect on our microphones, on our headsets.
Damon Porter who stole the puck there. Feeds it back to Ollie Baldock and it's blocked by Dan Lackey. Behind the goal now with Holden Barnes-Garner. Damon Porter with another chance right across the front. Kept in the zone by Dan Hitchings. Holden Barnes-Garner in behind the goal. Ben Russell calling for it. And it was nearly headed in as Damon Porter comes sliding in at the far post. But the Solent Devils can break 3-on-3 with Steve Osmond. Peacock and Lackey ahead of him. Right now on the boards as Baldock chases it back, rims the puck round to Barnes-Garner, who tucks it inside a little bit too hard for Damon Porter, and it's turned over and the Devils can bring the puck into the neutral zone. Steve Osmond, Dan Lackey makes his way into the offensive zone, and he finds Peacock, and it's a fantastic save by Jordan Lorday, and Ollie Baldock can bring the puck away for the Chelmsford Chieftains.
And this is what I was saying. We noticed on these pushes forward by the Devils, when they go up the middle, when they try and go up the middle, they're getting there, they're getting the chances to the net, but they're allowing themselves to be pushed by far too often here at the moment.
A turnover by Porter has allowed Lack to pick the puck up in the offensive zone. Mark Bartlett's lost track of it, but he's kept it in there. It's running around the back of the boards now by the goal. Hutchinson with the puck. It's run through and Lee Jameson chases it down the bench line. Forward to Lack, who got a little touch on it, bouncing it towards the goal. Net cross of Vicious with the clearance. Final 60 seconds of the second period there. Close to their own goal with the puck. Net cross of Vicious finds it out, and the puck is not there, and it's off the bar! It's no goal! No goal! Got it shot away, and it's off the bar! It's no goal!
And there's a bit of shoving as well between Net cross of Vicious and Bartlett in front of the net. And the Chieftains fans off to our right feel it was a goal.
Absolutely incensed.
And Alan Lack goes once again in the walls as he's basically pancaked by two Chieftains Devils players. We're just going to get a pause in play here. Our ring announcer Alistair is asking us for VAR.
Hit the bar. Chieftains fans asking me to confirm with our VAR screen.
We are the ones with VAR, yeah.
But the Solent Devils having an offensive face-off here with 22 seconds remaining in the second period. The score is 3-1 to the Chelmsford Chieftains. The puck bounces behind the goal, and the Chieftains seem to leave it to each other there as Alex Cole picks it up, but it's managed to get clear by Alex Cole, and Barnes-Garner eventually gets it clear as the Devils will retreat out of the defensive zone. A bouncer from Alex Murray, well watched by Jordan Lorday. And there is the buzzer for the end of the second period. The Chieftain fans think they should have a fourth, but we can confirm it hit the bar. We will see you back for the third and final period in around 10 to 15 minutes time after the ice cut. The score here is Chelmsford Chieftains 3, Solent Devils 1 in the Britain Division Playoff Final 2024. Don't miss it, folks. The final period coming up for you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back for the final time this weekend to Alexandra Palace. We are just awaiting the two sets of players to return to the ice as we get to the third and final period, possibly, of the 2024 Britain Division Playoff Finals. The score is currently Chelmsford Chieftains 3, Solent Devils 1. An enormous 20 minutes coming up for both sets of players. Chris Beale, what do you expect we're going to see?
We are expecting an enormous set of 20 minutes here. I wouldn't underestimate Alex Murray going into this third period. He pulled it off last year in that semi-final against Invicta. They didn't look like they were in it. Joe and I, on the webcast, we said, that's it, put this game to bed, it's over. And then Alex Murray pulled 1 minute of madness out of his back pocket. Obviously, the disallowed, if that happens, that disallowed goal that happened at the end of the second is going to really come into sharp focus. But as everyone came onto the ice, Eminem's one shot was playing around the arena, and that is the case now. 20 minutes, one shot, one chance.
Don't lose yourself.
Yep.
Stay with us. This is going to be the most exciting 20 minutes of the entire weekend, as the best two teams playoff-wise in the Britain Division go head-to-head. The third and final period as Alan Lack and Mark Pitts face down. The puck drops and we're underway. Murray with a mistake. Grant Bartlett's on it. Tries to get round him, but Murray redeems himself. Little bit of a loss of footing there from Coleman as the Devils try to get it out. Grant Bartlett zones in on goal. He shifts into Cameron Bartlett, and within 16 seconds of the third period, Alex Murray's mistake set the tone, and Cameron Bartlett has made it Chelmsford Chieftains 4, Solent Devils 1.
Well, it's another turnover that leads to this. The interception, Bartlett puts it on the net, and then his brother is just able to slot home on the rebound, on the loose puck.
It was that easy. Cameron Bartlett stood there waiting for the puck. The simple pass to the left-hand side, and could that be the first nail in the coffin of the Devils?
Very possibly, but there's still a long way to go. But definitely the Devils, as Alan Lack fires a backhand.
Very close there.
Sorry. As Alan Lack puts it in a backhand there, the Devils really need to find a way to stop these turnovers, because it has cost them so many times now on that high forecheck.
Lack gets the puck in, a football-style first touch from Grant Bartlett as Mason Wild looks to bring the puck away, but it's turned over, and the deflection from Perella Fox in the middle nearly rolls the puck past Aaron Taylor as Wild loses his footing behind the goal, and Grant Bartlett makes sure he loses it again. Chance here, good pad save by Jordan Lauder as Ryan Sutton bared down on the Chieftains goal from the Devils' right hand side. It's flicked there, and Bartlett went round the blind side of Callum Perella Fox, but Harry Cloutman read what was going on as Ryan Sutton takes the turnover across the blue line, but Jameson, calm as ever, brings the puck out into the neutral zone, dumps it into the corner, and the Chieftains change line.
It's been a nightmare opening 2 minutes for the Devils. Everything that could go wrong here has gone wrong in these opening seconds.
Cooper comes down the left, his shot is deflected. Dan Hitchings with the block there. Baldock loses his feet as well. Perhaps a little bit of water still on the surface. Players suffering with losing an edge a few times. And we get the first icing call of the third period after Dan Hitchings rims the puck from one end to the other.
We're just waiting for the announcement of the 50-50 Will Honour.
Oh, Chris has tickets.
I'm not a winner.
You're only about 18 away, though.
Yeah, I was 18 away.
Timing is crucial when buying a 50-50 ticket.
Yep. I've been one out on occasion. Never won one on.
No, I've never won a 50-50. A couple of jersey raffles, but never a 50-50. Forsyth with the puck for the Solent Devils in the D-zone. Necrosabicius brings it out. Poke check by Ollie Baldock. And the Chieftains just reset into their D-zone with Jameson finding Barnes Garner. Damon Porter from the left knocks it over towards Ollie Baldock, who knocks it behind the goal for Barnes Garner. Those three just know exactly where each other are going to be at all times. Porter now behind the goal with the puck, and Harry Cloutman gets it in the front, and a very close one there for Ollie Baldock. It's Porter again, the orchestrator of the Chieftains play from behind the goal, and a flick from Ollie Baldock just in front of Aaron Taylor sends the puck up and over the goal and into the safety netting. 2 minutes and 45 seconds gone in the third. Chelmsford Chieftains 4, Solent Devils 1.
Chieftains just basically, I think, closing out the game already in the first 2 minutes of the period. It's going to take something monumental at this point, really, for the Devils to claw their way back into this one. If they can't solve that high forecheck problem, it's not going to work.
Icing called as Charlie Wedge sends the puck from one end of the rink to the other. It's the first time we've seen young Charlie Wedge on the ice tonight.
I think Alex Murray is, he's shifting things up, switching the lines around, trying to try a few different things here.
It's Huggett with Alex Murray in the face-off. Mason Wild clears from behind the goal, but Dan Fay picks it up on the blue line, and TJ Fillery, the diminutive figure of Terence John Fillery, picks up the puck behind. Boltsev looks to return it, but Drew Campbell, calm as ever, clears to neutral ice where Dan Fay will pick it up. Turned over by Peacock, and Charlie Wedge comes forward, but Tom Huggett prevents him from crossing the blue line as Drew Campbell dumps the puck and the Devils retreat and change line.
And just that four-man wall at the Chieftains blue line, just stopping any egress.
Good work by Alex Cole there, stopping TJ Fillery, turning him over in the neutral zone. Russell into Coleman, couldn't get quite enough purchase on the shot as Fillery is released down the right. Alex Cole knocks it round him as the Chieftains change line, avoiding the too many men penalty again there. Lauday down on the puck, Jay King will pick it up. Past Alex Murray, and Alex Cole is the deepest man for the Solent Devils. Picks it up as Jay King finds Alan Lack, knocks it forward and over the far goal line to be picked up by Alex Murray. Grant Bartlett follows Murray all the way around, letting him know that he's still there. Picked up now by Pitts, and his shot is blocked by Jameson as he looked to get the snipe off to the left-hand side of Jordan Lauday as Grant Bartlett attacks down the right, and it's across to Cameron Bartlett, and the one-timer grazes the top of the iron.
That's what we've seen all game here. Mark Pitts, example there, gets the zone, gets the opportunity, but it's always blocked. There's always a Chieftains player blocking it now as Mark Pitts.
Dan Lackey takes it. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Mark Pitts through the middle. That's a big chance.
And he's hauled down in front of the net, and no arm up from Mr. Thrower.
No, an arm up now as the Chieftains ice the puck, but the Devils bench absolutely certain they should have had a penalty there.
I think I'm inclined to agree with them there, because I don't see how Pitts is just going to suddenly keel over there.
No, it certainly didn't look like an attempt to take the puck. It was more of an attempt to get him out of the way.
Well, it's what I like to call a professional foul. You're in a situation where you might get scored on. You take that chance because
you might get away with it.
You might get away with it. You might not get scored on, but you might not get scored on the following power play.
No penalty there as Cameron Bartlett comes away, looks to deep round Perella Fox, but he keeps it strong. Lee Jameson loses his stick, picks it up. Dan Lackey is offside, I believe.
Yeah, they were offside all day there. Puck had already left the zone, gone the other end of the ice and come back.
We'll have a face-off down in the Devils' defensive zone. Hitchings, Baldock, Barnes Garner, Porter and Russell on the ice for the Chieftains.
I think more what he might have been incensed there by is the implication that because the face-off's happening now in the Devils' zone, is it's deliberate offside, not accidental.
Baldock and Osman going toe-to-toe in the face-off. Mason Wild brings the puck out. Attacking down the right-hand side is Lackey with Sutton. Gets it in a glove save by Jordan Lauday. And again, that gold wall just takes its place in the defensive zone one that the Devils have not been able to break down just yet, other than, of course, the power play goal that they managed. It's going to be Bulldog against Cooper, 24 on 24 in the face-off. Barnes-Garner looks to get the puck round. I don't think there was contact, so we're going to have another icing face-off in the Chieftains' defensive zone.
And at 4-1 up at this point, this is all the Chieftains really need to do now to close out this game. Is they can sit back, they can ice it as much as they want. They don't really need to get forward too much here now anymore, unless the Devils manage to force a goal out of this situation. Which
is always likely when they have an offensive face-off, because their set plays from those positions are always quite potent. Barnes-Garner down the right as Bulldog takes the puck through the centre. Him and Barnes-Garner swap possession as Hitchens flings one in. Porter goes to flick it in. Little bit of pushing and shoving between Peacock, Barnes-Garner and Necro Savicius.
Frustration setting in here again, and obviously the Devils not appreciating a Chieftains player buzzing the net.
No, and if Alan Luck isn't there, then there's certainly going to be a player that will do it for the Chieftains as we face off again in the Devils' D zone. Something that the Chieftains have been doing recently. Lewis Clifford said that one of his biggest jobs was getting the discipline under control, and by doing that, he's actually made some of his ill-disciplined players wind-up merchants, earning penalties from other players.
Well, I think it's been evidenced a few times earlier in this season. Obviously, we saw very famously the game where both Bartlett brothers got ejected against Streatham, where you guys were winning, and then that whole series of decisions turned it in Streatham's favour, and Streatham won.
Bulldog now from the left circle, and a great save by Taylor. He rushed out from his crease to close down all the angles, giving Ollie Bulldog very little to shoot at.
Yeah, Taylor is still despite the 4 goals at Levin, he's having an incredible game. He's keeping the Devils in this here. Just right now, the offense really needs to find a way to break through to try and give him a bit of fire support.
Yeah, he said yesterday in his post-match interview with Coach Alex Murray with the Solent Devils media channel, cometh the hour, cometh the man. I think it's going to be a forward man that they need to cometh in this final hour of the weekend. Hug it with a puck on the boards, and it's been turned over, and again as Maltsev dumps it up into the offensive zone, and the Chieftains reset with that 2-2 block of defensive shape that the Devils have been struggling to break down. Here comes Scott Cooper buzzing over the blue line, and an offside. Charlie Wedge had gone a little bit too quickly and will face off on the blue line.
We saw it there again. Obviously, you want your puck carrier to have close support, but Charlie Wedge was a bit too far over here for my liking. I think there was nobody trying to take the centre lane there.
No, and Charlie Wedge had this entire side of the ice to himself, so criminal to be going in there too quickly. Llewellyn gets it out to Osman as Wedge looks to pick it up, passing it on. Steve Osman, who knocks one in, Forsyth, beg your pardon, off the chest of Lauday. Fillery brings it away, and Charlie Wedge gives him a little bump for his troubles.
Edge now. Oh, try to connect
with the puck. Ison's waved off. Reversed by Dan Fay, and Ethan Reid can bring the puck away for the Chieftains, turning Kane Russell with the grace of an ice dancer. We're going to have a blue line face-off there. I believe the puck may have hit the netting as it was looped up by Ethan Reid.
I believe it did. I'm not sure really there if that means that should constitute delay of game, really.
That's been called before. We've certainly seen delay of games when it's doesn't look particularly on purpose, but hitting the safety netting when there's the rest of the ice to aim for does normally draw the delay of game penalty. Coleman with the shot, rebounded off Jordan Lauday, but it went far enough. Murray has the puck on the blue line, and he's robbed by Grant Bartlett, as the Devils have to reset their defensive zone and the Chieftains make their attacking moves as Grant Bartlett looks to go all the way, and it's turned over just on the blue line as Coleman brings it away for the Devils, takes the centre lane, the cross eyes past the pits, and the little chip shot just goes wide of Jordan Lauday's post.
As the Devils can just find a way to generate more offence just like that.
There's a little nick off the back of the skate of Alex Murray, and Grant Bartlett is in down the right, cross the ice, and a flick off the stick of Aaron Taylor.
The thing that really sparked that there was a lot of physicality on the side, taking Bartlett out of the play with a series of hits.
Yeah, Murray's pass intercepted, but they turned it over again as Kane Russell brings the puck into the offensive zone. Pitts trying to take it back. Jay King clears down the line for Cameron Bartlett, now on the left hand side receiving the puck from Grant, goes for the slap shot and it's just wide. Chieftains still in possession as the puck from the shot roomed all the way round and back into their D zone as Grant Bartlett tucks it up there for the Chieftains to change line. Forward come the Devils down the right hand side with Dan Lackey. Blocked out by two Chieftains players, and the defensive style of this Chieftains side again stumps the Devils as their breakaway sees Porter in the middle. Barnes Garner finds him, he can't quite get the shot away.
And Mason Wild collects his own netminder in an attempt to block that off.
Lovely poke check from Dan Hitchings in the neutral zone.
Luckily Aaron Taylor is he's a backup, doesn't look to be in any discomfort.
But it seemed the hand may have gone up there as... Yeah, I think Taylor thought they were getting a delayed penalty, but it didn't come as Porter gets it into the slot. Cloutman gets it out, and Steve Osman is now looking forward, and Sutton tries to bring it down, but Dan Fay gets the poke check in there. Shot from Osman, shouldered by Jordan Laudier at his near post. Cloutman keeps the puck in the offensive zone, sweeps it goalwards, comes back off of Osman, and Baldock will pick it up for the Chelmsford Chieftains and rim it round to Halden Barnes Garner. There was a touch, icing is called off. The Chieftains pick it up in the neutral zone with Ethan Reed, using that slick skating style to pirouette into the offensive zone, where Forsyth picks the puck up, hit to the boards by Logan Prince. This forecheck from the Chieftains is really causing the Devils to question everything when they've got the puck behind their own goal.
There's just no space at the moment. There's nothing for them to move into. Calls for an offside there.
I think they got that spot on, and a blocker save from Lauday. Rocket shot from Harry Cloutman.
There's just no space at the moment. Every line in the neutral zone, every lane in the offensive zone is just closed out.
Testament to the hard work that even the attacking players are doing defensively for the Chieftains as Maltsev looks to bully his way through, but Peacock gets the puck away. Great block on the blue line by Tommy Hargett. Drew Campbell with the puck now, the most forward Devils player, bringing it across the blue line. Peacock and Hutchinson have gone in. Hutchinson follows, Peacock returns to the bench as Jameson finds Grant Bartlett coming down the left-hand side, turning back and shooting, but that was quite a way over. Charlie Wedge looks to take on, it back, shot from the left circle, just wide of Lauday's right-hand post.
That was really good there by Wedge, using his speed, stopping up, just throwing the defender a little bit, but the shot was a bit too far wide.
Well, please excuse my rehydration there. You may have heard some gulping.
Like 6 games, ladies and gentlemen. Our larynxes are shredded.
Mason Wild broke over the blue line and had a shot, but Lauday easily able to pad it away as Grant Bartlett is chasing that one down. The icing is called. 7:57 remaining in the third period of this Britain Division playoff final. Chelmsford Chieftains leading the Solent Devils by 4-1.
With 7 minutes to go, is it time for a little bit of that Murray magic that we saw in MK a year ago to strike again?
In MK, it's almost like they looked into hell and made a deal with the devil at 3-1 down and got themselves back to win in overtime. Well, going to require a massive effort in the last 7 minutes here.
Many would feel that devil was me and Joe saying that it was all over.
Looped up there, and it has to be a good block by Alex Cole, and it was. Cole knocks it in. Mark Pitts is going to give chase. Jameson's clearance evades Kane Russell, and Grant Bartlett is on one-on-one with Taylor. He digs it round him, and that might be game over as Grant Bartlett makes it 5-1. I believe that's a second hat-trick in 2 nights for Grant Bartlett. 7:21 remaining. Grant Bartlett makes it 5-1 to the Chelmsford Chieftains.
Second hat-trick in 2 nights. Skates it in, fakes it, puts it into the net. I think that's it. I think that's ball game. But again, the result of a turnover releases the high forechecker, and that high forechecker, when he's Grant Bartlett, you don't want it to be him, but it was him, and it's in the net.
And Peacock was making his way back to the bench, which left Grant Bartlett completely unmarked on the right-hand side and able to go in and take his 3rd goal of the night, his 6th of the weekend, his 10th in total of the playoffs. After Grant Bartlett missed the playoff finals in 2022 with injury, he's certainly made up for it this time.
And the Devils have called their timeout here. To be honest, I would say this is a little bit later in the day. I think the times to have called this would have been about 3 or 4-1.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether the Chieftains call theirs just after for that psychological edge that we've seen so much.
It has been the tactic this weekend, hasn't it? You call your timeout, we're going to call ours.
Throwers asking everyone to return to the ice so that we can get back underway with 7:21 remaining in the 3rd period here. If you've just joined us on the stream, it is Chelmsford Chieftains 5, Solent Devils 1, a hat-trick for Grant Bartlett. We are 7:21 away from finding out the winner of the Britain Division playoff finals. Osman brings it away for the Devils. Ryan Sutton down the left-hand lane, looking in the middle for Lackey. Lorde covered the near post. An arm is up. We're going to have a penalty.
It's going to be on Lackey.
Lorde heads for the bench, but the possession breaks down, and we're going to see Dan Lackey take a seat for holding.
That potentially will kill whatever plan Alex Murray had come up with during that timeout.
Dan Lackey looks bemused as to why he's being sent to the box.
Well, unfortunately, he did have his arm around a Chieftains defender, and the defender did get spun out a little bit.
It was just an ungainly collision between the two.
Yeah.
That was always going to result in a penalty either way, either for holding or interference.
Unfortunately, it was one of those things. It happened at literally a foot in front of Mr. Thrower.
Jameson from the blue line looks to get it in. Lack in his favourite position with blue powder on the bottom of his skates coming off the painted section of the crease.
There was a few drafters there between Perella Fox and Lack in the corner.
Jameson on the right-hand side, receiving the puck across the blue line from Grant Bartlett. He knocks one in. Taylor with the glove save, but he's dropped it. Callum Perella Fox makes sure that Alan Lack does not get any closer.
Of course, Alan Lack goes digging in the blue paint, looking for that little dig, try and get a loose puck, try and get it in. But Perella Fox is there to make sure that he can't.
1:36 remaining in the power play that Dan Lackey is sitting in the box for. Lack will face off. Can't quite see the number on the arm, unfortunately. Mark Pitts and Alan Lack will take the face off. It's a brutal one. Grant Bartlett picks the puck up behind the goal. Porter's in front, couldn't find him. Alex Murray there will look to clear the puck, does so very well indeed. Jordan Lorde comes out to collect. Mark Pitts on the high forecheck. Lauday shoots the puck round the other way. Chelmsford will start from back behind the goal now with Grant Bartlett. Damon Porter off to his right, picks up the puck into the neutral zone. Across to Cameron Bartlett, digs inside. Alan Lack's in the middle. Lee Jameson is on the right. He goes behind the goal. Alan Lack takes up position. Cam Bartlett on the point there for the slapper. This is Damon Porter. Cam Bartlett with a one-timer. And a great save from Alan Taylor.
Cam Bartlett's so dangerous with those one-timers from the point. I've seen enough of those go in against Streatham to give me nightmares about them.
Yeah, they go in or they break limbs. .49 seconds remaining in the penalty as Barnes Garner and Steve Osmond will face off in the Devils' defensive zone. Flicked in, a little deflection off of the side of Ollie Baldock there, as Chieftains fans have just spotted Luca Tassadri and are chanting his name in a Chieftains tracksuit as well, which they'll all be very pleased to see. Read off to Barnes Garner. Ollie Baldock moving the puck around the left-hand circle and getting it across the blue line to Jay King. His shot is blocked. Maltsev tries to dig it out, but it's defended well by Perella Fox. Barnes Garner in behind the goal. Ollie Baldock has Jay King on the blue line, but he goes for the shot, and Barnes Garner very nearly scoops it in from close range. It's out of the zone. Dan Lackey will be out of the box, I think, before the puck gets back to the offensive zone for the Chieftains. And he's out. We're level again as Mark Pitts looks to make a turnover in the neutral zone, but Jay King comes out with the puck, tucks it back to Barnes Garner. They play a 1-2 and it's off the post. Jay King nearly swings one into the near post as the Solent Devils ice the puck.
Jay King there using the traffic in front of the net because Mason Wild seemed to be in a bit of a blocking position.
I think it's throwing anything at Taylor now when they're in that forward position.
But once again there though, for the Devils, Mark Pitts, it always seems to be Mark Pitts this evening getting these rushes up there alone, trying to make something happen, but he just can't seem to get the space. He's always got somebody in close attendance, and it's always been the case going forward this evening for the Devils. There's always at least 2 Chieftains players on them.
There is. I spoke briefly with Chico Cole in the break between the second and the third there. He said the main difference is the Chieftains have been clinical with their chances. Huggett tries to swipe it away, but still in possession with the Devils and with Mark Pitts. Cleared down the line by Ben Russell. Alex Murray keeps it in the zone, but it bounces across the blue line, and Logan Prince reverses to Terence Fillery. Ooh, I think
they tried
to land a big one on him there, but just missed him as Fillery comes around with the puck. Tommy Huggett leaves it behind, and Alex Murray picks it up and finds Mark Pitts. Ben Russell and Mark Pitts, the 2 number 5s, having a little tussle on the boards there as Logan Prince pokes checks it out. Liam Coleman picks it up, swings it in, and Logan Prince in his own slot will find Grant Bartlett, who's got 2 defenders in front of him as he goes towards the goal, and the great poke check there by Chris Necrosavicius.
Mark Pitts for the second time on a rush there finds Mr. Davies out by the boards.
A neutral zone interception by Cam Bartlett there came to nothing, but this one might do from Grant Bartlett. He dumps it in for Alan Lack and Necrosavicius to challenge behind the goal. And the Devils come out with the puck as Hutchinson makes his way down the left, but he runs in to the king at the Palace.
And now
Lee Jameson doing it again, slowing the pace of the game down, which is not what the Devils want.
Well, he's that quarterback at the back end of the line, always running the play when he's out there.
Alan Lack taking a fall of some description, heads back to the bench. Again with the look of Alan Lack exhaustion. Devils set up from behind the goal, bringing the puck out with Cloutman, but the pass is intercepted by Jameson, and Grant Bartlett could be in here as Llewellyn goes to cover. Two big guys going in on a hit there, but Joe Llewellyn is and it's in! Oh my word! On the turnover between Joe Llewellyn and Grant Bartlett, Cameron Bartlett slams the puck from the right circle into the far top corner, and with 2 minutes 16 on the clock, it is Chelmsford Chieftains 6, Solent Devils 1. They say never calling it. I'm calling it. I think this is game over.
I got to say, I think it's game over as well. I mean, I said it was game over at 5-1. But something from nothing there for the Chelmsford Chieftains as we get a close up on the black and gold army. Something from nothing there, a turnover and another turnover. Another turnover leads to another goal for the Bartlett brothers.
We're off again now. Do we see from Alex Murray give some of the younger players some playoff experience, give Drew and Scott their sort of send-off, or do they think, you know what, we've got 2 minutes, let's go for it, as Ollie Bulldog makes his way through, and a good save by Taylor. Another Bartlett confusion there as the DJ announced it as Grant. The
goal was scored by A. Bartlett, assisted by A. Bartlett.
Yeah, if that was Grant, 4 for the day, 7 for the weekend, 11 for the playoff series. They talk about players taking the playoffs by the scruff of their neck. You can certainly say that Grant Bartlett has done that. Drew Campbell comes forward. He has a long shot from the blue line. Glove saved by Lauday, who passes the puck down to Dan Fay. Attacking down the left, rims the puck right round as Barnes Garner and Eden Rolfe down there getting some ice time, putting the pressure on Mason Wild.
Hitchings as well out there.
Yeah, great from Cliff there, being 6-1 up with just 60 seconds to go now. Eden Rolfe getting some valuable experience in a position like this.
And it's 1 minute left now in the period.
Dan Hitchings there, winning the puck in the neutral zone and dumping it over the top of Taylor's goal. The Chieftains know all they've got to do now is keep that puck away from their zone, and they will be the playoff champions for 2024. Barnes Garner digs inside, there is a chance, but Mason Wild gets stick on puck and gets it clear. 30 seconds remaining now. Hitchings across to Ben Russell. 18 seconds left. Mark Pitts just behind the goal. Are they going to get a long clearance?
11.
The buzzer, the counting 9, down to the buzzer.
7.
They're calling for noise
6,
from the fans.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That is it! The Chelmsford Chieftains have taken the playoffs. Lewis Clifford embraces his staff on the bench. What a first season for Cliff, taking the playoffs, finishing second in the league. A 6-1 victory over the Solent Devils. What a privilege for me to call this game tonight. Chris, what are your thoughts?
First of all, mate, I'm happy we could make it a dream come true for you. Absolute domination from the start of the game yesterday against the Slough Jets to the end of this game here. The Chelmsford Chieftains, that high forecheck has dominated everybody in its path this weekend.
The Devils are lining up to sort of commiserate each other. Obviously, Jude Cramble getting the big hugs, and Scott Cooper getting the big hugs from their teammates. As I'm trying to fight back the emotions here, actually. The Chieftains are lining up to congratulate each other on their first trophy since the COVID lockdowns. 2019, the last time they took a trophy home. And it is the 2024 playoff championship. Gemma Pemberton is bravely looking to take to the ice on crutches. Absolute scenes from the Black and Gold Army as Chelsea Dagger rains out.
There was no way for the Devils in the end to contain Grant and Cameron Bartlett.
Now, and wouldn't it just be the way, two players that have been so important to Chelmsford over the years, It was rumoured they were going to retire last year. They came back for one more, and my word, they've done exactly what they wanted to do when they come back. And I can't imagine anyone else is getting those beers other than Grant Bartlett.
Well, here's the question though: will this taste of it? Because obviously the rumours circulate every season so far recently that this was Cameron and Grant's last year. Will this playoff victory, if they were thinking about it at the end to end it at the end of this year, maybe now and give it another go, another year? Because let's face it, this is the result of a couple of seasons of hard work by Lewis Clifford to build a roster to get the Chieftains back to where they used to be in the past, the team that could just win trophies like there was no tomorrow, basically dominate like Streatham have done over the last few seasons. And I think now we're seeing the hope was there last year with the cup final that maybe that was going to be the first real concrete step to it, but maybe now this is the first real concrete step to seeing the Chieftains get back to the top of the division.
Absolutely. It's going to be key for Lewis Clifford to keep most of this roster together, and if he can keep the talismanic twins, I'm sure that will please everybody in the black and gold army.
Of course, at the other end of the ice, the Solent Devils, 2 playoff final losses in 2 years. Alex Murray must, I said it at the end of last year's playoff final, Alex Murray must always be wondering, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get this team over the line first against Streatham? And he's done that, and now will he be wondering, I want to be back here next year facing the Chelmsford Chieftains again, try and get one over on the Chieftains? Because he's got some young prospects on this roster that he's going to need to try and hold on to this coming season with Kane Russell and Charlie Wedge, who, I mean, Russell was taken out of it a little bit today, but Russell was a huge part of that victory yesterday. And of
again,
course,
an experience for him to take part in a big final like this.
But of course as well, he's losing Scott Cooper at the end of this game. He's losing Drew Campbell. He's losing two very key experienced players who have been part of this roster that has seen this Devils side fight at the top end of whatever the division they're in and fight for trophies in whatever division they've been in over the last nearly decade now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm struggling to hear you, even in my headphones, over the noise of the crowd as they chant for their players as they come across. The scenes, of course, are going to turn ever so slightly sad, as I'm sure the players will form a guard of honour for Drew Campbell and Scott Cooper.
But I will say this. I'm also going to say this. Special mention has to go on this Devils side to Aaron Taylor. A lot of question was made this year, obviously with the retirement of Chico Cole, who was a talismanic netminder for the Devils over the last few seasons. Whether Aaron Taylor, after a few years out, would he come back? Would he be able to perform at the same level of that Chico was? I think this weekend, despite what we see on the scoreboard right now, he's managed to do that.
Absolutely. He came into his own this weekend. It's something that the Devils have struggled with. We spoke about it earlier after I spoke with Alex Cole. Consistency, keeping the same team together. This year they've gone between Mark Duffy, Aaron Taylor, Rory Martin-Edwards, whoever is just available for them. If Alex Murray can get some consistency in his roster, try and get some consistency in his lines, this Devils side could really go places. And with the improvements of the Slough Jets, the possible improvements, at MK Thunder, we could be looking at 2 new sides in the division next year. It makes for a really exciting time in the NIHL South 1.
Things are certainly going to be very interesting in the off-season this year.
They will. People will be stuck to social media for those summer rumours and for the confirmations to come out.
Yeah. But of course, going back to that thing that consistency is key. It's something every club struggles with at this level, really, is because if it's not an injury, it's the unfortunate factor of life at this level of British hockey, which is that life, especially the job that you have away from the rink, always takes precedent. And it's always a case of if a player's not able to travel for whatever reason, if they're injured, or it's just they have a shift that weekend and they can't get out of it, or they have a family commitment that they can't get out of, and sometimes that's just something you can't really get around, but it's building depth into your roster as well that allows you to try and work around that inconsistency of availability, really.
I mean, something Lewis Clifford's managed to do is keep a core that were actually part of quite a toxic environment at Chelmsford last year, but melt everybody into this pot that he says the room is incredibly loud and it's never through anger. It's a lot of banter, as we're seeing Drew Campbell be awarded the Man of the Match award for the Solent Devils. And the entire crowd applauds the 47-year-old Canadian as he makes his bow from ice hockey.
An incredible career and an incredible servant both for the Solent Devils and a British ice hockey.
Alan Lack going to show his respect for his opponent. Well, Lauday takes the Man of the Match for the Chelmsford Chieftains.
Well, that is an interesting decision. I mean, whenever he was challenged this evening, did everything he could, managed to keep the Devils out of the game whenever anything was thrown at him. But, I mean, I
couldn't do much about the goal, really.
Couldn't really do anything about the goal. Like, you can't really... You can position yourself well enough, but ultimately on a tip-in chance like that, when it's something is redirected just the last second, it's not really much you can sometimes do about it. But I would have given that man of match really to Grant Bartlett.
Lee Jameson wastes no time whatsoever in ripping open that box of Budweiser.
Yeah. But I mean, let's face it, I think collectively the team here has a man of the match award themselves, which is called the NIHL South 1 Playoff Championship Trophy. As our officials, Mr. Davies, Mr. McCracken and Mr. Thrower are presented with their memorial medals for taking part in this playoff final.
Presentations being made to the officials that have taken part this weekend, who have all done a sterling job, as have all of the volunteers that without them events like this just would not be possible, for people giving up their time, their entire weekend, to make sure that England ice hockey puts on a bloody good show for their playoff finals.
Yeah, and that goes from everyone who helped arrange ticket sales, 50-50, our goal judges, everyone who's helped out just to make sure everyone has gotten in and out of the building safe over the last few days, helped arrange things down on the benches, our penalty box people, of course. Tim, Lauren, our producer and cameraman who have looked after us this weekend, helped us through all the technical difficulties. Alistair Gammon, obviously our rink PA man. Danny Pershand, who has organised this massive circus that has gone on around us. The list is endless, really, here of the number of people behind the scenes who have helped make this so successful this weekend.
Yeah,
and ourselves.
It has been an incredible success. Yeah, we can thank ourselves for our hard work and put in. But let's be honest, we've had free entries to come and watch 6 games of hockey and talk about it.
Yeah,
we've had the easiest weekend ever.
I mean, it's been a dream gig to do this one, and last year working with Joe doing the NIHL 1 South last year. It's it's a real fun gig to get to do this.
Yeah, I must say, this is my very first time on live stream commentary. I've thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. I'm incredibly grateful to everybody that made it happen. I really do hope that you've enjoyed it as well. If you have enjoyed it, of course, and you do enjoy the NIHL South 1, you can find me at Zero Pucks Given, the podcast that's all about the NIHL 1 Britain division, with game match reports, interviews with players and coaches, and a lot of other fun stuff as well. And if you do already join me there, thank you so much. You will know that the episode that comes out tomorrow will be episode 100, which is a massive milestone for me. And I get to do it talking about my team winning the playoffs. I don't think there's anything sweeter than that.
No, there's nothing sweeter than that. And of course, you'll find me most of the time hanging around on the Stratton Twitter feed, mostly match updates. I do have my own little personal Twitter feed as well, 2_4 flinching, where I voice my opinion on Stratton related matters, and obviously, but at the moment mostly I'm just yelling at the governments of the day.
That's what Twitter's good for, is winding up politically biased people.
Meanwhile, the Devils is just receiving their medals.
Alex Murray just taking the last coin on the table there. The Solent Devils take their lap of appreciation as everybody in the arena applauds them for what has been an incredible weekend. They took down the Giant. For years this has been Red Hawk country, but the Solent Devils pulled the fiery bird of prey from the sky, only to succumb to the tribal charge of the Chelmsford Chieftains.
You just had to remind me. Still, on to Coventry we go.
Indeed, that's the next lot of hockey actually that fans of hockey at our level can expect, as the Streatham Redhawks will face the Billingham Stars for the National the National 1 title from the North and the South.
It looks like we're not going to get the Guard of Honour here for Drew Campbell.
Possibly requested not to have it.
Possibly. We now obviously we move on to the Chieftains, who are receiving their playoff champion caps.
I may have one, I may not. Anyone who's watched Zero Pucks on YouTube knows I've got an enormous collection of caps that sit behind me. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled on the next episode. So the Chieftains players all on the ice collecting their winners' hats. Kieran Rayner, of course, not dressed, suspended for this final. He'll be back next year, of course. We hope, anyway. Dominic Ray receiving his cap there. It's sometimes underestimated what an important role the second netminder plays.
Well, I mean, Dominic Ray, I first saw Dominic Ray play when he was 16 years old. It was the start of last season. We were playing Oxford. Tom Annetts took a puck to the throat during warm-up, and all we had on the bench in the way of backup, because for some reason Nate Gregory wasn't available, and neither was Danny Milton, because we had that three-headed beast of a net mining trio. all we had was Dominic Ray, and this 16-year-old kid was thrown into his first ever NIHL 1 game, and he had a little bit of a rough start, but then he just locked it down, and we came away with, I think it was a 6-3 win in the end. And so he was somebody who that day I went, that's a player to keep an eye on, and I'm pleased to see he's ended up at a club that with a coach like Lewis Clifford, who is very good at developing young talent.
It was a really good pickup, actually. They did struggle at the start of the season with Ethan Frayne as the backup. Ethan, I think, moved back down to NIHL 2. I think, excuse me.
I think he's
Oxford Rising Stars,
yes,
I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, done a fantastic job backing up Jordan Lauday, who did have quite a bit of time off after the birth of his first son. So good to have a good backup. The final chieftain to come and get his cap is the captain, Alan Lack, to the loudest applause from the Chelmsford Chieftains fans. As we said on our introduction here today, 8 months, 8 teams, 28 league games, 4 quarterfinals, 2 semi-finals, 1 playoff final, and it all leads to this. The Britain Playoff Champions 24 are the Chelmsford Chieftains! And the champagne flies. Is it champagne? I thought it was beer.
I think it
is champagne.
There is champagne. As we said is traditional, Queen's "We Are the Champions" rings out throughout the arena, and the Chieftains will gather for the traditional team photo in front of the fans, who the noise has not stopped from the block to our right.
No, it's been quite an incredible reception they've received. They always travel well, the Chelmsford fans. It's something that a lot of other teams do notice, that when we come to their rink, we do an awful lot of crowd come with us. But for this sort of thing, the players turning round now so they can have the fans in the background. As the Chieftains photographer Simon Douglas prepares to get the shot that I'm sure will be shared hundreds of times across social media in the following days.
I mean, I don't think there's a better backdrop really for this photo than the Alexandra Palace itself.
Alan Lack takes the first sip out of the trophy as it is raised in front of the fans to rapturous applause. Ladies and gentlemen, what a playoff weekend it has been. My absolute privilege to present this with Chris Beale. Thank you so much for your time, mate. What an enjoyable weekend it's been.
Yeah. So, Zara's Cakes.
We've got a photo opportunity here.
Wants to get our photo. Zara's Cakes, one of my fellow volunteers at Streatham, who provides most of our video from, at least from one end of the rink. I can't remember who it was, but somebody said this weekend, can you ask her to go to the other end of the ice?
It was me.
Oh, it was you.
As the Chieftains players are taking their turn with the trophy one by one in front of the fans. TJ Fillery with it there, not only a staple of Chelmsford, but his mum Caroline Fillery, the England Ice Hockey Volunteer of the Month this month. I
think that's one of the great things about UK ice hockey is every club is these very nice little communities wherever where we have all these as the celebrations are ongoing here.
Cameron Bartlett making the most of his time with the trophy with a little lap as Grant Bartlett empties a little beer into it and he brings it round, celebrating 11 goals to win the playoffs over these 4 games that he's had to play for it.
And I think we may... Oh, sorry. So, as the Chieftains celebrate, that will bring the curtain down on the NIHL 1 South season for the year, for 2022, for 2023-2024.
It will indeed, and as I said earlier, a pleasure to work with you on this, Chris. Hopefully it's not the last time that we get to do this.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be back next year, but I will be back on the air with Joe Scutts on the Bees webcast in a couple of weeks' time. So.
He will be indeed. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to leave you with the scenes of the Chelmsford Chieftains celebrating with the playoff trophy from 2024. They came, they saw, they conquered. The Palace is theirs. The Chieftains are the playoff champions for 2024. As Chris said, he'll be on the Bees webcast for the rest of the season. The Red Hawks will face the Stars in the National 1 playoff final at the end of April. We will see you next season for the British Ice Hockey to continue. Thank you so much.